Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. So, in this session, we are going to discuss the validation, especially the date field. Means the data entry involving the date needs a validation. The date should be valid, and date should be in a right format, and it should be convertible. Yeah. So the date has a different mechanism. Actually, there is a code. There is a certain, for every date, there is a certain scientific value, arithmetic value, a numeric value, right? So only applying the format to it, it looks to us as a date. It looks like a date, but on the back end, it is a numeric value. So while we are discussing the sale order entry, the foremost things which we enter in any sale order form, that is the sale order number and the date. The, the sale order has to be dated somewhere. So, and it has that implication, it has a financial implication as well. So the date must fall in a particular accounting period, and it has to be valid. So there are different ways of validating the date, but since we are using text boxes, so how to restrict the text box so that a valid date is entered by the user, and without entering a valid date, it cannot be left a dummy entry in it, and that may cause a reporting issue later on. That may cause a financial reconciliation problems and so many issues related to that. Okay, so let's start our this session by our routine desk job. Yeah. So this is 187 and it's part 55. Please do not worry about this increasing parts of this. We are covering some very, very basic concepts. We should focus on the concepts which is being shared to you, and that is applicable to all the other subsequent development experience we are going to have. So that is going to be utilized there, right? So don't take it that it is just a sale order form and continuous part 55, but the concept, actual thing which we should focus on is the concept that is being shared, and that is very, very important for any developer. Okay. So we go, let's see the sale order entry form. When we click on a sale order entry form, it comes up with a new sale order number. That's right. It comes up with a date, order date, and which is left enabled, means you can write a backdated order as well, right? Or you can make a full, in advance, you can make an order date, okay? For example, in January 2004 or whatever. And say you can write a backdated sale order date, for example, not December, you say November, okay? Right? So it is going to take it and it is validated, right? Right. But what would happen if you write an invalid name of the month, for example, right? So okay, it is still taking it, so that it should not, it should restrict the since the order date has to be valid date. The system should not allow you to write an stupid date, a date which it has no sense in that, right? So you have to uh, be you have to put some validation in it, so that and any attempt to write an invalid date should be restricted. If somebody writes something like this, so this is not a date, but it is at the moment it is taking. So it's a flaw in our system. So there are so many dates. These all have to be revisited. We should check them. These are the shipping date also. There are payment date as well. Yeah, payment date. So all these dates have to be validated, right? So, and not only that, one way of the validation is that you let the user write whatever it is doing, and when you are going to update, at that time he will say, "Oh, Mr. You have made the 3 dates wrong. Please go and correct it and come back." So this is one way of doing. The other way is that as soon as an attempt of writing a invalid date is done, so it stops you and it compels you. This is more uh, logical. It's more sensible than allowing it a wrong entry, and at the later stage, at the time when the update attempt is being done, then it starts evaluating everything and then telling you, oh, you have done a mistake. So why, you see, the what we say, if the correction is delayed, the correction is denied. So and there's a chance of error. So correction should be right time. So at least such a correction, it should be the right time. It should be validated then and there. As soon as the user enters, it should come up with the answer that with an alert that please enter a valid date. Okay, so how to do this? Let's come and see. I have written the code, but I have to put it inside the proper place where it should come. So in the meantime, you use your memory, that where should it be placed. So we will go to the VBA, we will go to the sale order. Good, so far so good, that's right. Then where should we go? We should go here. Yeah, this is the beauty of the object-oriented language, you know. Each thing is related to the particular object only, right? So you are targeting the right object and press double click in here, right? So this is the object which is going to be written. It was actually changed in here, so I have changed it. So there's nothing written in it. We have to write a code to make sure. So I have shifted it in a separate place so that I can one by one show you that what to do. Your date is text box order date access. Okay, so this is, so we are going to write first of all that if it is not valid date, this is how we write. If not is date, this is date is a function which force the computer to which tells the computer, which instruct the computer to see what is, whether this is a date or not. If it is not a date, then the message should come. Then the message should come that enter validate, please, right? Okay, so this is a polite reminder, and then cancel is true, so that uh, the attempt is cancelled. The writing attempt is cancelled, and you are back again, back to the square one, and make the changes. Means this way we are telling, make the changes, right? Or and then it will, as soon as it is corrected, and if it is not uh, means if it is the valid date, then the valid date is going to be converted to this format, right? Okay. Even if somebody writes in a slash format, so it will force it, convert it to the desired, our standard desired format. That is DD, then followed by a dash, not a slash, dash. And this is how, means you can have slash, but there has to be some uniformity. For the uniformity purposes, we have used it dash. You can use it slash as well. Okay, so this part is where is is the displaying of the message that your the date which you have entered is not valid, so please enter, and reminding, and it takes you back. Nothing happens. This is the control does not come in here, and this is finished, right? But if the date is entered and it is a valid date, the system will write it into here, right? So it will convert it into this, right? It will convert it like this. So there's no need of even this. If you remove this, you can remove this as well. Okay. Okay. You can since you have uh, catered the validation in here, so that would do enough. Right? So, and all it is doing is rewriting it, whatever you have written, rewriting it in the desired format. That's it. Okay. So let's see if it is working or not. So this is also important. When you write, don't assume that whatever you have done is correct. You have to test it right away, and clearly, and make sure that it is for example, if the date is written, for example, 30th February, it's an invalid date. 30th February, there are the right, the February cannot have 30 days, right? So if as soon as you go out of it, click it, so we have enter a valid date, please. Okay, and it is showing you this error because it is going out as it is trying to format it, right? So this is why we have to find it, meaning we have to do it. Or if you do not want it to come in here, you can exit sub directly from here. Exit sub. Okay, so that the issue does not appear. Right? It it does this and exits directly from here. Right? Okay. So if you enter, for example, any other invalid date, say February, okay, FEBR, okay. Now, and you click out, you go out of it. So it is again saying you that is please enter the right date, right? So it is a right date. Now, as soon as you write a valid date, right? The valid date is here. and click here. So it is now allowing you, right? If you say that 31st of May, 29, 30, 31st of April, for example. 31st of April, 2024. Okay. So what does it do? It will again say enter a valid date. Okay. And if you make it 30, then it will let you out. That's it. It's validated. Okay. So this was the lesson that this is how you put the validation in place for the the text boxes which are involved with the dates, right? In which the dates are involved. Dates are which are the text boxes which are supposed to hold the date data. So the dates have to be validated, and the system should stop you if your any attempt to write an invalid date. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next video.